Alam mo ba, 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 alam mo ba? Alam mo ba, 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 alam mo ba? Alam mo ba, 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 alam mo ba? Alam mo ba, alam mo ba, alam mo ba?
Hello, I'm Alma, the creator of Life Discovery. I want to give a little knowledge and fun to you YouTube video watchers. I hope you'll learn a lot from the stories and trivia that I share with you. Come and let's get started. DITO Telecommunity Corporation, stylized as DITO, formerly known as Mindanao Islamic Telephone Company, Inc. or Mislatel is a telecommunications company in the Philippines which is also engaged in the business of multimedia and information technology. It is a consortium of DITO CME Holdings Corporation, a subsidiary of the Udenna Corporation which is owned by Davao businessman Dennis Uy, and China Telecommunications Corporation, a state-owned enterprise of the government of mainland China and a parent company of China Telecom. The consortium is known as the sole winner of the government-sanctioned bidding that would allow the consortium to become the third major telecommunications provider in the Philippines, challenging the duopoly of PLDT and Globe Telecom. DITO CME Holdings Corporation, a publicly listed firm also owned by Uy, meanwhile, has an indirect ownership in the telco. DITO Telecommunity began its commercial operations on March 8, 2021. It offers commercial wireless services through its 4G LTE and LTE-A networks, with 5G currently being deployed in key locations in the Philippines. As of August 2023, DITO's total mobile subscriber base stands at 7.74 million. DITO gave out a free data allocation of 1 GB for each subscriber when it hit 1 million customers 3 months after its official rollout. History. Early years as Mislatel. The DITO Telecommunity's history can be traced back to the establishment of Mindanao Islamic Telephone Company, Inc. Mislatel, which is enacted by congressional legislation on April 19, 1998, under Republic Act No. 8627, allowing the franchise to construct, install, establish, operate and maintain a telecommunications system throughout the Philippines. Third major telecommunications provider bid. Further information. 2018 Philippine Third Telecommunications Provider Bidding. In 2018, it was announced that Mislatel was one of the telecommunication firms to join the government-sanctioned bidding, allowing the winner to become the third major telco provider in the Philippines, challenging the duopoly of PLDT and Globe. Mislatel became a joint consortium between Udenna Corporation, its subsidiary Chelsea Logistics, and the Chinese state-owned and parent company of China Telecom, China Telecommunications Corporation. The consortium was finally named as the provisional third major player by the NTC, beating out 2 other firms, China Telecom Consortium and PT&T in the bidding. The Senate and the House of Representatives approved the transfer of ownership of Mislatel to the latter's consortium. In June 2019, the consortium's stakeholders completed a share purchase agreement with Mislatel, and were then awaiting their permit to operate, tentatively by July 2019. The consortium paid a 25.7 billion pesos performance bond to the government as it committed to provide internet service with a speed of 200 megabits per second to more than a third of the population on its first year of operation. Relaunch as DITO. On July 8, 2019, Mislatel was renamed as DITO Telecommunity. DITO was derived from the Filipino word for here, which is a response to the stakeholders' question on where they plan to set up a firm that would provide a world-class service, with here referring to the Philippines, the country where DITO Telecommunity is based in. At the same date of the announcement of the company's renaming, DITO Telecommunity was granted its permit to operate after Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte awarded the Certificate of Public Convenience and Necessity by the National Telecommunications Commission to its chairman Dennis Uy during a ceremony at the Presidential Palace, Malacanang. On September 6, 2019, DITO announced its plans to build its own campus on an 8-hectare, 20-acre lot at Clark Global City. The campus will house the company's own data center and will hold DITO's operational departments, Network Operations Center, Call Center, and Regional Center. It will also serve as the hub for DITO's research and development in the telecommunications space. DITO began the construction of its campus on April 13, 2021. In October 2019, DITO signed separate deals with Lopez-owned Sky Cable Corporation and politician Luis Chavez-Singsan's LCS Group. Under the deal with LCS Group, DITO will lease the shared telco towers that LCS had already built in several areas. While on the other hand of the deal with Sky Cable, DITO will utilize the latter's unused fiber optic cables in Metro Manila. By March 2020, 2 months ahead of schedule, the first domestic and international calls from the company's network